Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Marco Antonio, and you've joined me on Marco Antonio Strategizes. So you clicked on the video, and today what we're looking at is how do we gain more insight on our clientele? What tools can we use? And I don't really like to spend a lot of money. I like to leverage everything free out there in the world to the best of our abilities. And once we've maximized and tapped out those resources that we cannot get another drop out of that resource, we're going to start looking into the tools that do cost a little bit of more money, but the free tools have already paid off and grown our growth to our business to put us to that next level and to that next step. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, everybody. I know this doesn't seem that exciting, but we're dealing with the USPS. We're not dealing with the CIA, the FBI, the DEA, FinCenter, anybody. But as non-exciting as the world of the post office may seem, the USPS, the United States Postal Service, is a federal government entity. And you're going to come to find out the feds hold all the great tools and they don't release all the good stuff until like 30 years later. So that's a whole nother story. But I want to get into this and start showing you guys and just get a little bit more of a deep dive. I know that you guys got a little bit of an introduction on my previous video in regards to the EDDM tool, Every Door Direct Mailer. And the reason why I enjoy and I like this tool so much again and again and again is it lets me understand my market and my demographic, and I start planning for that accordingly. So what I want to show you here today is how, as a business owner and operator, I myself have leveraged not only my target marketing online, but I've even used old-fashioned mailers, but I've digitized my mailers in the form that I've made them trackable for online purposes. And I'll go ahead and show you an example momentarily, but we make our mailers into smart mailers so that way we can track all the data implemented and see which routes are coming back and generating the most revenue. And it's not as hard as people may think it is to do this, and it's actually very affordable. You just have to think about it. On every single platform, there is a different type of audience. May it be the newspaper, your local news channel, Hulu, Disney Plus, YouTube TV, Pandora, Spotify, podcast listings, news sites, every single Facebook, Instagram, every single platform, TikTok has a somewhat different demographic. And let's not leave out LinkedIn, by the way, which is a super hidden gem, and people need to start leveraging that way more. But every single platform has a different demographic. You may not funnel and bring in all of the customers in from that one demographic. People's attention is everywhere. And so I like to do a well-marketed approach on not only internet. You may not ever catch me doing radio. There's no way that I've ever found on how to maximize radio. And maybe you might catch me maybe doing a billboard again one day, but I'm going to be hesitant on that one. But I'm going to talk about mailers today and how we can maximize, get to know our clients, and how we can plan our marketing strategy for our businesses. Me, I'm in the restaurant industry, and let's get right into this. We're going to go into a familiar area, an area that I'm super familiar with, Santa Rosa, California. We're going to use them as an example. Loading. Santa Rosa is kind of big, so it's asking me to choose 5 zip codes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as I've shown you previously in other videos, what I like to see on here is the table. And so when it comes to marketing, we're going to do a market analysis always. As a restaurant owner and operator, independent, and for any other business that you may be in, the price tag of what you're selling is a big factor. So I'm in the food industry. If I'm going to be sending out flyers in the mail trying to get people to order, shout out Unans, best Chinese food in Eureka. But if I'm going to be sending out flyers in the mail and my average ticket cost is going to be $38 per ticket, I'm not going to promote $1 tacos to an income neighborhood, to a neighborhood that makes, there's 2 businesses and 464 residences. They're bringing in $100,000 a year. I'm not going to hit them with my small specials, and every single path is unique to its own. You're not going to put in a used Honda dealership selling cars for $8,000 in that area. You're going to want to sell them some new BMWs, some new Mercedes, and get them to buy that. We have, this is a range of $124,000 neighborhoods. This is the average income for that neighborhood. So that's what I mean by that. The average household income for that neighborhood is going to be that range. And I'm going to promote some of my more specialty items. And if I have like a beautiful shrimp cocktail dish, or if I'm doing, if I'm an Italian restaurant and I'm doing a beautiful version of, shrimp scampi, and these are $32, $34 plates, or surf and turf, I'm going to promote these $30, $45 plates to these residences and these areas, because that's where I'm going to be able to get the most value per that demographic. But on the flip side, when we're looking at a neighborhood that's bringing home $32,000 a year, here's where everybody says that the restaurant industry is a high risk industry. And it can be if not managed correctly. I strongly disagree with that statement. But unfortunately, time has proven that not a lot of people go into this with a good plan. And it's not their fault. You don't know what you don't know. But if you're on this channel, you do know. And if you're not doing it, it definitely is your fault. You're really effing up if you're not doing it. But in my experience, and this is just me cold blunt as a strategic business person, people need to eat every day. And people don't really like cooking. They don't like the chore. They don't like the task. And there, in my personal marketing venture, how I took on this approach is there is a lot more people in the world with less money, per population or number count, than there is people in the world with money. These $32,000 a year average household income yearly, 32,000. These are the homes that I would strategically target and say, you know what? This is who we're going to target with a Monday through Friday lunch special. And we're going to do a buy one burrito and drink. And, you got to think about the cost of your drink. You got to bump it up and make that in-house lemonade, and make sure that you upcharge on your beef items. You have to learn how to plan your menu item accordingly to make sure it's going to be a high profit margin item if you're going to execute this strategy how I've done it. And I do a burrito and a beverage, and you get another burrito and a beverage for free, only through Monday through Friday from opening until 3 p.m. That's how I like to execute that strategy, because who doesn't love a great BOGO deal? Your deal has to be simple for your clientele to understand and make it appealing. If your deal sucks, your results are going to suck. Your sales are going to suck. Your life is going to suck. So if you can comprehend that and we can do this, we're on the right track. So here's that example I wanted to show you guys. And don't think that just because people make low income, they don't have money to spend. That's a great market to target as well. People who don't have money still have necessities, or who have less money. So There's a market everywhere, and there's always a way to leverage and bring value to any market in any demographic almost. I haven't met a market and demographic yet that I haven't been able to pull off. I've tried several in different ventures and different strategic consultations, and we've gotten pretty creative. So, as an example, I'm doing this every door direct mailer flyer, and as I said before, I like to digitize everything. So if you scan this QR code over here, it's going to take you directly to this menu item. You have to make the process as simple as possible with the least amount of roadblocks, the least amount of resistance. You have to make it easy for the client to give you their money. Right here, for that $32,000 demographic neighborhood, we're doing a deal where we're going to send out these flyers to get them to order online. This is an online special only. We're trying to free up your staff's workflow and make it easier for them to continue to operate. And so right here, what we're looking at is family enchilada special, 1 dozen enchiladas, chips and salsa, two 16-ounce containers of rice, two 16-ounce containers of beans, feeds 4 to 5 people for $35. Yes, you did hear that right. There is no other place in the area that's going to give you a better deal than this restaurant. You would be a fool if you love Mexican food that you would not buy this deal. And then we're looking over here. Dollar tacos all day, every day. No minimum or maximum order. Buy one drink and get as many tacos as you want for $1 each. Yes, you read that correct. If you buy one beverage, you will get as many tacos as you want for $1 each for the options that do qualify. And down here, what we did to reduce our cost in printing, in postage, because we did EDDM, because we are smart. We target people by neighborhood and by route. And we don't just send things out there in the public without knowing what we're doing. We are like snipers. We are strategic, and we don't make a move unless we know what we're doing and where we're doing it. So we joined up with a partner restaurant on the same block located as this other restaurant, Esmeralda's, and they ran so we can be fair to each other. If you don't like Mexican food, you don't need to like Mexican food, because on the other side of this flyer is a 12x6 bad boy, and it's going to take up a lot of space in that mailbox. And what we did here in this flyer, we made this offer as well equal to this other offer. And the whole point to this is making sure that the offer is so good that your client would be foolish to turn it down. We're going to get them to, again, to order online, and now you've opened up options. If customer A, or the customer A up front, which would be us as Esmeraldas, didn't get results, then our partner would be getting results. If you don't like Chinese food or Mexican food, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you gotta like at least one of them. So this is how we form our offers and make them so enticing. But we target our demographic strategically. We do not waste a single movement. Just because people are low income doesn't mean they don't have money. We just have to target them accordingly and get the best value out of the deal. I would not be sending flyers for surf and turf thinking that I'm going to get back great results of interest on $45, $50 dinner plates for an income level neighborhood for average household per year of $32,000. Unfortunately, they don't got it like that. But I would send that deal. And again, I'm not going to send this deal. This deal is publicly available, but I'm not going to send this deal to an average household that makes $150,000, $200,000 a year. They're more than welcome to see the deal online, but this deal, the way that we've constructed it, is financially driven to give great value and savings. So this is how I leverage this tool to do recon on all of my clients and get the best return and conversion rate of interest on everything and sales when leveraged correctly with the correct deal to the correct audience. Please use this tool to help you grow your business and offer the right deals to the right demographic. You don't need to be selling yourself short, and you don't need to be overselling yourself to a demographic that unfortunately can't do it. And you will get more loyalty and response with a good offer. And if you found any value in anything that I said today in this video, please look in the description. I have a free school group. Please like this video, subscribe. It helps support this channel and it helps me do more and bring more quality strategic marketing tactics to you as another business owner, operator, and consumer. Thank you very much. Until next time.